And he had a little small butt pup that to look at him you'd think he can't worth a cent. Can't he want worth a cent. But to sit around and look ornery and lay for a chance to steal something. But as soon as money was up on him, he was a different dog. His underjawed begin to stick out like the forecastle of a steamboat, and his teeth would uncover and shine savage like the furnaces. And a dog might tackle him and bully rag him and bite him and throw him over his shoulder 2 or 3 times. And Andrew Jackson, which was the name of the pup, Andrew Jackson, would never let on but what he was satisfied and hadn't expected nothing else. And the bets being doubled and doubled on the other side all the time, till the money was all up, and then all of a sudden he would grab the other dog just by the jint of his hind leg and freeze to it. Not sure, you understand, but only just grip, and hang on till they throwed up. The sponge if it was a year. Smiley always come out winner on that pup till he harnessed a dog once that didn't have no hind legs, because they'd been sawed off by a circular saw. And when the thing had gone along far enough and the money was all up and he come to make a snatch for his pet halt, he saw in a minute how he'd been imposed on and how the other dog had him in the door, so to speak. And he peered, surprised, and then he looked sort of discouraged like, and didn't try no more to win the fight, and so he got shucked out bad. He gave Smiley a look as much as to say his heart was broke, and it was his fault for putting up a dog that hadn't no hind legs for him to take holt of, which is his main dependence in a fight, and then he limped off a piece and laid down and died. It was a good pup, was that Andrew Jackson, and would have made a name for himself if he'd lived, for the stuff was in him, and he had genius. I know it because he hadn't had no opportunities to speak of, and it don't stand to reason that a dog could make such a fight as he could under the circumstances, if he hadn't no talent. It always makes me feel sorry when I think of that last fight of his'n and the way it turned out. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I see we have tadpole number 99 in the chat. Who else do we have in the chat? Just having a look. No other tadpoles or anything by the looks of it at the moment. Right, let's get on with it. Because you don't, well, I'd say you don't really come, I suppose. My reading things out gives us a chance to get people in. Right, we have some information on Tyrant Exposed. That's Cody Little. He was facing a felony charge. This one here. Assault 3 caused fear of injury with weapon. When he was drunk, that was. So he was facing that charge and he's been complaining for quite a long time. Tyrant Exposed is the one that was arrested on the base in Alaska and also decided to go along to a cop station in Alaska to complain and got himself held up because he was wanted in Kodiak. Anyhow, so we don't want it that. So he did a plea deal. So he pled down the felony to an assault for cause fear of injury. Let's get the next screenshot up. Right, I might have to move this one around as I do it. So this is the docket. As you can see, on the 13th of October, it was amended, corrected, or adding charges, including amending count 1 pursuant to Rule 11, I would imagine. So there was, and there you can see log notes, change of plea, 13th of October, and it's so the case has been disposed. He is out. He is out of jail. He was in jail, so he's now out. So that's the news on Cody. He did a plea deal in the end, although he was always maintaining his innocence. Funny what a month in jail will do for you to accept reality. So the only thing he's facing at the moment is the federal citations. Right, on to Vegas Valley Community Watch. And again, I'll have to move this one about a bit. So there we go. So he did hand himself in on Friday, and he's turned up at Hurlong, which is in California. And I thought we'd have a quick look at the prison at which he is spending his time at the moment. So let's turn that one off. Let's give you some volume, hopefully. And let's have a look at his prison. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Medium at the moment. So he's only got 2 or 3 cellmates with him. Looks like he's going to be in a fairly safe place. But with him being in a safe place, it means the victims of his are also in a safe place. No discrimination in this place. Right, I think that's it. So let's go to that point. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah, that is a Fed prison promotional video. And that is where Joseph is currently residing. Right, what have I got next? So back to this one. Oh yes, we've got Hendry. Right. There we go. So I did report this, but as you can see from the number of YouTube censored, my video on Hendry's bench warrant was taken down for privacy. Now, sometimes I complain about that, but at the time, I probably should have looked at it before I went live the last time, because there was a driver's license number on there and some cell phone numbers. So I suspect this one probably has a valid validity. So I've just got to go through this. Obviously, he's on a 10,000 cash only bond. I say he's on cash only bond because, as far as we can tell, he's not been picked up yet. Right. So, and as it was taken down, I just want to go through this for anyone who missed my previous video. This is the case that it relates to: unlawful use of a police radio, defendant knowingly or intentionally possess. And here we saw the warrant being issued, and it was e-notice to parties on the 13th. But as far as we could tell, he's... Oh, you can't see all of that, can you? Sorry. There we go. So bring it up a bit. So that warrant was issued and he hasn't been picked up yet. So as far as we can tell, we have just checked. So he still appears to be on the run. I wonder. Well, I say on the run. He hasn't been picked up yet. I suppose there is a slight difference. Right. So that's the news. Now I know some people don't like me doing drama. So if those people would like to leave now, I'm just going to do a little bit of drama. My first topic is delete laws. Now, delete laws yesterday, God, he got himself in a state. He got himself in a state because he put out a video saying that this person who killed someone on a highway, the I-95, his father, who was also a cop, had killed someone else. Now, I don't know the relevance of a father of a cop who was a cop himself killing someone else has to the current case that Chili's trying to involve himself in. But he got himself in a bit of a state because he found this case. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Move it over a bit. He found this case, and the name of the cop that he was looking for was Robert Sobek. Now, I don't know if this Robert Sobek is the father of the cop that he's currently investigating. And Chili found that this Mr. Golson was still alive, that he thought was dead. Well, it didn't go through his mind that, oh, I'm a bit low there. It didn't go through his mind that it might be a different Mikas Golson. I mean, it's quite easy for me to find out that it was a quick Mikas Golson. Now, one of his problems was that he couldn't find the case which was telling him that someone called Robert Sobek killed someone called Mikas Golson in 96 because Pennsylvania is playing games. But even just a quick Google search would have told him that this Mikas Golson, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, was 23 in 2008. I think the incident was 2008. Anyway, say he was 22 when the incident occurred. So that is 2008. Now, the case Chili was looking at was a killing in 96. So this Mikas Golson, who was apparently killed in 96, but's 23 in 2008. So he'd have been, 11 in 96. Chili. You really need to do a bit of research, you know. He was complaining bitterly that this document wasn't available on... Hang on, I'm going to bring my screen down a bit so you can see. So here is a government's website address. If you look up that website address at the moment, I'm just going to do it here because I don't need that anymore. It comes up, the requested page cannot be found. But of course, well, I say we know. It is quite easy to find things on the internet. Am I buffering? Let me have a look. Why is that? Why have I got a problem? You're quite right. I'm just trying to think. How bad is it? How bad is the stream? Why would that be? Hang on a sec. I don't know if this will make any difference, so it may do. It may not. Yeah, I wonder what's happening there. Maybe I'll have to close it down if it's too bad. It's normally all right, isn't it? It's normally all right. I'm